Barnes and Leslie, we are your Morning X. Welcome to Friday, 8:05 Monday. By the way, major announcement on the Morning X. We will see you 8:05 this Monday. The weather, as we push it out. Goodbye. Let's get the winds out of here. Let's get dried up. We have a kick-ass weekend on the way. Crash will give you an in-depth report from the 11 Alive Storm Center in just a few minutes. Right now, Sleaze, presented by McDonald's. Best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
So we have the news that Hoda Kotb is stepping down, retiring, well, not completely, but retiring as anchor on the Today Show with a very tearful goodbye.
Yeah, this is a long clip, but it's good.
Oh, man, it just brought a tear to my eyes.
Everyone's sitting around on the couch there on the Today Show, and I don't know how long they knew it was coming, but they come out of traffic just like normal. I mean, out of weather with Al, and it's just like, okay, let's... And then just... all of a sudden, boom.
Because our beloved Hoda has some news that she's going to share with everybody right now.
I do. I have some news. So I was doing the math, and I realized that I have spent 26 years at NBC. Okay, just cool. Be cool. 26 years at NBC, 16 years on the 10, and 7 years with you. And I just turned 60. And it was such a monumental moment for me when I turned 60 years old, because I started thinking about that decade. Like, what does that decade mean? What does it hold? What's it going to have for me? And I realized that it was time for me to turn the page at 60 and to try something new. And I think I realized it. This was so crazy, but remember our 60th birthday that we had outside? It was so, like, I can see it. And I remembered standing outside looking at this beautiful bunch of people with all these gorgeous signs, and I thought, like, this is what the top of the wave feels like for me. And I thought, it can't get better. And I decided that this is the right time for me to kind of move on. And then I thought about, obviously I had my kiddos late in life, and I was thinking that they deserve a bigger piece of my time pie that I have. I feel like we only have a finite amount of time. And so with all that being said, this is the hardest thing in the world, because just today I was looking at my phone and all you guys are holding my kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, I kept looking at them, all the pictures. Anyway, but I'm going to be here through the first of the year, past the first of the year, and I'm going to stay in the NBC family, but it's kind of a big deal for me. So sorry, I seriously, I've been practicing so I wouldn't cry, but anyway, I did.
There's no way there wasn't going to be. Hoda, we love you so much. And when you look around and you see these tears, they're love. Yeah. You are so loved. And honestly, I don't think any of us can imagine. We don't want to imagine this place without you. So it's complicated because we love you so much and we don't want you to ever go. No. But also, I just want to say, I am so proud of my friend. You have guts. For someone to leave at the top of their game. Yes. Yeah. To leave something that's wonderful, that you love.
I do love.
Where it's easy and comfortable and beautiful and fun, and say, but I dream even bigger for myself. Into the great unknown. You have so much guts. You inspire me. I love you. Yes, love you and too. It's not over. Because I'm going to be showing up at your house. Like the stalker you are.
So now, who gets the coveted seat? That is going... I mean, which way do they go?
I know. I love her so much.
Will it be someone from within the team? Will they steal someone from another network? This is going to be an interesting story to follow.
Love her so much, and I'm glad that she's still going to be around, though, within the NBC family.
She's good.
I have no idea why in his new memoir, Eric Roberts, the brother of Julia Roberts, his new memoir, Runaway Train, or The Story of My Life So Far, he kind of goes after her in one part where he's talking about her movie Steel Magnolias.
You write also about the rocky relationship with your sister, Julia Roberts. You apologize for certain things you said. And then at one point, you write in the book, when I saw her in Steel Magnolias, I thought, okay, good. She's almost a good actor. Now, is writing a line like that about your sister, Julia, kind of an effort to make some headlines for the book?
At all. It never occurred to me what would be done as a headline until after the book was written, and then the publisher and my wife, both showed me all the headlines that'll come out of it. But that never occurred to me. I don't write a book with that in mind, especially a personal book like this. And I also said great things about my sister because my sister's a great actor, and I just didn't like that movie. I thought it was a melodrama. I thought it was a soap opera, but that's an opinion. And like a nose, we all have one.
I mean, that was a diss. Clearly, he does talk about her a lot in the book, but remember, he took credit for her career at one point, too.
He's really backpedaling. And you can see when you see him say those things, it just doesn't feel right. I mean, I don't know if that's doing any good in his family or just keeping it worse.
Remember the other day I told you there's already a docuseries in the works at Netflix about Diddy? Remember we talked about that?
Yes.
Guess who's doing it?
Who?
50 Cent.
Really?
Yeah, he's producing this docuseries, obviously about all of the sex trafficking charges. But he says this is a story with significant human impact. It is a complex narrative spanning decades and not just the headlines or clips seen so far. Now, he does go on to say, while the allegations are disturbing, we urge all to remember that Sean Combs' story is not the full story of hip-hop and its culture. So here's the thing. I looked over on his X account. Look at this, Barnes. I don't know if you can see this or not. But you know the baby oil, the Johnson & Johnson's baby oil that's been around forever? All he has coming soon, he says, on his X account, Diddy oil. So, that's how he's promoting it?
He's going hardcore. Wow. He doesn't care what he thinks.
People are still talking about Monsters. Of course, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. That's the one on Netflix right now. Well, Cooper Koch, who played Eric Menendez in Monsters, is giving a little audience a chance to see more than they know about this whole case.
I think a lot of people know this story of it being, Beverly Hills rich kids who killed their parents for the money. And that was the story that the prosecution and that the media was telling back in 1990, 1991, 92 and everything. But there's a deeper truth to the story that I hope people get to see. Yeah.
And then the actor that plays Lyle, Nicholas Alexander, he's also talking about all the research they did.
I wasn't even alive for when this happened, but I could catch a glimpse through the research. This guy is a really compelling and complicated character, and I wanted to be thorough. He has left such a strong impression on me, and I'm very glad that there are so many materials out there that I could read, and I was glad that I could watch the court TV, and I could really see a glimpse into what happened.
I just don't know if I want to see the doc or I want to see the other one that's about to come out.
I know, because the Ryan Murphy one is Monsters, and then the other one is going to be Eric and Lyle.
And they're dissing this one, saying it's incorrect. And now the actors are saying it's correct.
Who knew after all these years we'd still be talking about the Menendez brothers?
Who do you believe? Who's in jail? The actors aren't in jail, but those two are. It's a tough one.
That's your sleaze.